Okay, I'm continuing my topic about free will. This is the Doors' Peace Frog, which has nothing to do with free will, but it's kind of a cute song. Okay, so what did I want to tell you? Okay, so you hear all the time the reason why extraterrestrials are not allowed to interfere with planet Earth is because we live in a free will universe. And perhaps they're using, it's like in Star Trek where they had the Prime Directive, which was not to interfere with developing societies. I got some crap in there. Unbelievable. Okay, so what's that got to do with the free will? When I look around planet Earth, do I see people with free will? I mean, they say we live in a free will universe. No, there is no free will on planet Earth. You think about it. Give me an example where you have free will. You're pretty much trapped because in order to live here, as I've said many times, you're forced to do jobs that you don't really want to do, but you have to generate enough money in order to pay the ungodly rents that other people are charging for things you want, or if you want to buy something, the prices are so high. There's no free will here. And then once you get your job, then my friend was telling me yesterday, even if you're a bartender, the bartender's guide says, well, you should not be talking to your coworker. You should be serving drinks, and you shouldn't be going for a smoke break once an hour, twice in a 2-hour shift is all you should be getting. So it's enforced conformity to you being a slave. It's slavery. This planet is, as I've said many times, Alex Jones' prison planet is correct. You live in a slave economy, and most people's slave wages. Some people manage to group together and get their things. But, even high-priced doctors, that can afford things, essentially they're a slave to the clock. Because even though they're making, very high monies from their business, they have to be there. So they can't really enjoy the fruits of their labor. It's only if you're in the 1% ownership class, business owners, corporate ownership, that you can afford to live the life of leisure while everyone else serves you as slaves. Okay, so where's the free will in there? Well, some people might say, well, your free will is to choose what career you want. I just saw an article on Bloomberg that said 42% of jobs are going to be lost soon due to automation. Okay, so if you're a brilliant person, perhaps you're going to be able to go into, I don't even know if computer science is a good idea anymore, because the computers for a long time have been told are going to program themselves. So you can reference Ray Kurzweil and the singularity is near. So what is it that humans can do? Everything going to be automated and replaced. I go to Walmart and you got your choice. You can see a human cashier or you can use a checkout machine. The human is paid minimum wage in a city where minimum wage won't pay for the cheapest rent. You have to be in a subsidized house of some type or living at your parents' house. It's hell. We live on hell. And where's the free will in hell? There is nothing. You have to be a job taker. They teach economics, but economics doesn't work on this planet because the ones that have everything cheat. They quote economics when it benefits them, but if economics means anything other than higher profits for them, they'll bend the rules. And they can because they've got all the power. So, as far as free will, why is it that the extraterrestrials think this is a free will universe? And their free will is to obey some prime directive that doesn't allow them to come in here and help beings that are in slavery. That boggles my mind. It doesn't work. This prime directive of non-interference is cruel. It's very cruel for those who are enslaved on places like planet Earth. Because if these beings do have the ability to come in and interfere but refuse to, then they are complicit in the slave trade of planet Earth, which is, 99% of the humans on planet Earth are in slavery. And a lot of people might think, I've got the good life, I'm not slave, but you are. You're slaved. You're slaved here, and, if you don't think you're slaved, then they've got you fully conditioned into believing that, you work for 48 or 50 weeks a year and you get your 2 or 4 weeks off, that is not slavery. I'm sorry, you're a slave. And you're conditioned to believe that you're not a slave because you're being paid some money, tokens. You're a slave, I'm sorry. Okay, so as far as it being free will, no, there's no free will here. What brand of toothpaste you're going to buy and you're going to call that free will? No. My idea of free will is nothing to do with the options you're given as a lowly little human. So that's about it. And what's the free will of the extraterrestrials? Their free will is to not interfere. It seems like you're between a rock and a hard place because your human masters won't help you and the people off-world won't help you. You have to turn to the spirit within. Is that a good idea? It's the only option you've got. It's the only option you got. So you have to turn to the spirit within, which basically is how do you do it? That's your only free will, is to surrender to the spirit within. And how do you do that? It's a lot of the pain that you feel living as a slave, breathing through it and accepting your lot in life and letting go of these feelings as best as you can, and seeing what happens. What's happened for me, I make videos, I talk about things. Was there an exit strategy to prison planet? Jim Morrison of The Doors says no one here gets out alive. And that's how he went at 27 Club. Overdose of booze and drugs. Don't go that way. Bide your time. Wait for the petty tyrants to mess up. That's a Don Juan Matus teaching Carlos Castaneda. Bide your time. But the petty tyrants that are holding you down will screw up. And that's when you can go for your freedom. I'm Harry Weaver for Infinite Bob 99.